Sorry about that. I had somebody texting me a bunch, and my phone is old enough that it has trouble doing more than one thing at a time. So we will pick up where we left off here. I was showing you the Banner Basics stamp set, and there is a die set that goes with that to cut out all of those banners. Again, you can see that fun banner here on this one. Using some of the sentiments that came off here. One thing to keep in mind is if you have some of these banners that are curved, clear stamps curve very, very easily. So even if you have a straight sentiment, it's really easy to lay it out and to get it to curve to follow your banner or whatever it is you need to do. So probably you have lots and lots of sentiments that you can use with these sets. All right, let's get into some fun spring things. We have some new flowers. First of all is the pink peonies, and that is literally the name of it. I'm sure you do not have to make them be pink peonies, but I don't know why you wouldn't. Pink peonies are my favorite. I love, love, love them. And these are really gorgeous. I love it how you have them, you know, from the little bud all the way to fully open. And you've also got some leaves with it, and then this Best Wishes sentiment and a die set so you can cut them all out. And also there is a new layering flower. This is the Cheerful Daisies, and you can see here in this sample that these certainly are very cheerful. I want to point out that at least on the flower portion of these, there's only 2 layers, so they are actually pretty easy to line up. You don't have to worry about 3 or 4 layers. It also makes it a little bit easier to come up with the coordinating ink colors. I think the leaves that goes with that. Next up we have some standalone dies. This one I absolutely love. It is called Blooming Frame, and you can see it has all these beautiful little leaf cutouts around it. And there is a die, and it says Happy Birthday there in the center, and also you get this flower die that comes with it. This is the latest entry in their frilly frames. They have had a number of them before, and what's great is all of these can mix and match with each other. In each frilly frame, you get an outer die here. This cuts out a solid rectangle that has this beautiful pattern. I love that. You can use the 2 of them together, or you can use them separately. You can mix and match the insides of all the frilly frames with the outsides of any of the others because they are all sized to work together. The last 2 die sets are really great because they are border dies, but they are not just border dies. This one here is the eyelet lace, and you can see that you do in fact get 2 border dies, and these actually do cut out. You can see that top edge cuts, so this might be something that you would want to tuck under another layer to have that little lacy edge peeking out. Same thing is true on this one, but the center one here, all it does is does these cutouts, which means that you can repeat these as many times as you want on your paper, and I will show you some examples where they've done that to really great effect. Because this next one is very similar. This one is the heartstring border, and this one here you can see this loopy frilly heart, and it really does cut that whole thing out all the way around. Up here on the top, this one actually is a border die. It cuts there around the bottom, and it does those little pin dot hearts in there. And then finally this last one again just cuts out all of these hearts, and so you can repeat it if you want to across your page. And of course there is a new 6x6 paper pad. This one is called Spring Fling, and it has such bright cheerful colors in it. You can see we've got some daisies, some little hearts, some stripes, some polka dots, lots of fun things in that. All right, let me show you a few samples. I did get a new catalog from them, so it has samples from some of these new things. Here you can see they've used the Enchanted set along with the mountains from the spring scenes to create this great fairy tale card. And here we have another fun card with the little kids. I think that one was the spring shower set. In this case, it's not so showery out. They're out doing lots of fun springy type things. Here is another sample with the Enchanted set, and also with the Flying Pegasus stamp set, or yes, Prancing Pegasus. And Are a couple of samples with that blooming frame. You can see how pretty that is. This is a really unique way that it looks like they've made a gatefold card here, and there are some of the pink peonies on both of these. Some beautiful coloring on those. Here is another fun sample with the cheerful daisies to create this fun background. And here are the samples that I was telling you about. So here they have taken the center die from the eyelet lace border dies, and they've just repeated it down the page. And if I remember right, reading on Mindy's blog post, she just used some strips from her spring fling paper pad that she had left over to put under there to have those pretty bright colors coming through. And over here you can see the same type of thing has been done with the heart cutouts from the heartstrings border dies. Here they've just flipped them right side up and wrong side and cut them across the page, and looks like maybe it's over a fun watercolor background. So lots of fun things that you can do with those border dies. And here's another little look at some of the fun things that are in the spring fling paper, not just prints, but you actually have some that you can use to create little scenes if you want to. All right, that is all that I have for you right now. Have been getting some questions about tomorrow. I am kind of waiting to see what the weather is going to do tonight and tomorrow to see if it's going to be as bad as they're saying it is before I decide whether we are going to be open tomorrow or have maybe shortened hours. So be sure and check back on our Facebook page. I will post information there as I have any updates. In the meantime, I hope you have a great evening, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Goodbye.